also thought that when I talked to my sister on the phone, my tone of voice suggested that I was trying to seduce her into having with me.
Hello.
Welcome or welcome back.
I'm Aaron Bell.
And I'm Kenny Page.
And we are Potty Mouth.
And we have some crazy ex-girlfriend/boyfriend stories from Reddit.
And I still have a headache. And I still am kind of tired. So I look like dog shit.
She doesn't like me anymore. She's just here.
Yeah. I'm here for the money we don't make.
Yeah.
I'm here for the free drinks that she brings every once in a while.
So, I'm just gonna hop right in with this. This one's lengthy. Actually, we're gonna not start with that one. We're gonna start off with a short one from 13 years ago.
Jesus.
From AskReddit. What are your crazy ex-girlfriend/boyfriend stories? This one is from JRR 883 from 13 years ago. One of my exes was convinced that I was cheating on her with both my mother and sister. So whenever I spent time alone with either one of them, I was bombarded with text messages and phone calls. When my mother, sister, and I went on a family vacation to New York City, she was insistent that I sleep in the hotel's fire escape because she thought that I was going to have sex with them. Edit. Oh, yeah. She also thought that when I talked to my sister on the phone, my tone of voice suggested that I was trying to seduce her into having with me.
Okay, I have two things. Either she really is just that toxic, crazy bitch, or there's incest in her family and she thinks that a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Sister and mom and sister.
It's a big old family threesome. Like, what do you mean?
That's, yeah. I didn't say if they broke up with them, like, right afterwards or anything, but I sure hope that. I mean, obviously it's a crazy ex, so I sure hope so. That's crazy. Definitely a crazy ex. This is from Ducky Parts from 12 years ago. I was 18 in my first relationship of 2 years. I found out that he was cheating on me with at least 4 girls. So I break up with him. He begins calling nonstop and texting me. I tell him to leave me alone and he says no. That weirded me out. He shows up to my house. I let him in. He starts crying and saying how sorry he is. Give him another chance.
Shut up.
I tell him no, I don't care. He then pulls out a knife threatening to off himself right then if I don't take him back.
Do it.
I start crying because this scared me, and I didn't want to see anyone die. So I decided to give him false hope in order to get him the out of my house. It worked and he left.
Where's life flirt when you need it?
A few days later, I was getting ready to leave for school, and he shows up at my house. I don't let him in because of what he tried to do last time. He bangs on the door like a madman, yelling at me to let him in. He tells me that he has a knife, and if I don't let him in, he will off himself. He will off himself in a place where I would find him, and that it would be my fault. I called my best friend, who happened to be a mutual friend, and he ended up calling the cops. The cops came, handcuffed him, and called his father, who picked him up from my house. After he left, the cops knocked at the door and took a statement from me, then left. After he thought I called the cops on him, he did leave me alone. He kept a long distance from me after that.
What is that called when they admit you into the psych ward? There's like a code for it. That's what he needs to be. He needs to be coded into the hospital. Psycho bitch.
It reminds me of all like those TikToks of like he was caught cheating and it's him and it's like the guys on the phone and they're like, please, please, and it's never. I never see the videos of the girls. Granted, I know that there's probably girls who do that, but like
I've seen a couple, but I also like there is a part because sometimes this does happen with like both sides. Like your partner can push you so far and make you go crazy that like then it like then you just look insane. When realistically, it's like it's not just that. It's the fact that like they drove you crazy. Like they can drive you crazy. I had an ex do that to me
All the
because they're
people-
toxic as
All the ones that I've seen, like the TikTok videos at least I've seen, are usually the guys who get caught cheating. So they're like, oh no. I'm like,
yeah.
put it down. Put it down.
Me being toxic, I'd be like, all right, what you're gonna do is what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'd be like, so. This one is from 12 years ago, from Sudsworthy. People with insane exes. What was the craziest thing your ex did? On and off again relationship. She was an only child in a very Italian family. Went to the bar with some coworkers and saw her dressed like I had never seen before. She notices me and gets up and leaves. Some dude come out of the bathroom and goes to her table and is confused because she is gone. I walk over to him and ask him how he knows her. She's my girlfriend, he says. I say, funny. I've been with her for almost 5 years. I leave for Philly the next day to have a weekender with a high school buddy. She calls me from a Manhattan and starts yelling and threatening to have my mother offed. I tell her that...
What the What is wrong, people? Were you gated upstairs? Because why can't you go down there?
Goodbye, Gigi. I tell her if that goes down, her whole family will get it. That Monday is Easter. So I drive back to New Jersey to go to my mother's for Easter dinner. The minute I pull in and get out of the car, 6 patrol cars pull up with drawn. They had searched my mother's home, including her bedroom, looking for firearms. She called the New Jersey cops from Manhattan and told them that she was in fear for her life and had seen handguns in my mother's home where I did not live. To shorten it up a bit, I spent 2 weeks in the county jail because my family was and would not bail me out. I filed a restraining order against her, she against me, wound up in family court and then criminal court for terroristic threats, reduced to harassment. Turns out she recorded the conversation but edited out the parts where she threatened first. After a year of domestic violence classes and probation, losing my civil rights, my family's respect, and my job at the time, she decides to come clean and admit that she made the whole thing up and entrapped me. She produced the unedited version of the phone call. This was at the behest of her new fiancé, who told her that he would not marry her if she did not make things right. I am still trying to restore my firearms rights to go through the process of getting this all straightened out.
The way that I'd also be mad at my family because it's like, okay, but I'm telling you that she edited this shit
No, literally.
and that this isn't right and you're not believing me. Like, I would be so I'd be like, even after it all came out, I'd be like, I don't even want to talk to you because you wanted to throw me away when I told you damn well that this wasn't that she edited that shit.
It makes me wonder, like obviously they raided like his mom's house, but it makes me wonder if like that crazy ex also like told his family like trying to make.
Oh, very possible. Or if he has a history of doing some
like obviously. Well, I guess she edited the first part of the video out so it looked like he was the one threatening. Gross. And this one is from a deleted user 12 years ago. People with an insane exes. What was the crazy thing that your ex did? 20 years after we'd broken up, my a-hole ex from high school showed up across the street from my child's preschool and starts taking pictures of me and my 3-year-old. And not with his cell phone. He's got a full-on camera.
Ew!
Makes a show out of changing the lenses. He's making it obvious that he's taking pictures of us. So I walked into the school like nothing was wrong. The second I got inside, I told the head teacher, there's a man across the street taking pictures of the kids as they're walking in. I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, no, that's just funny though.
It's not wrong.
There's a crap guy.
There's a guy there with him. She called the cops. I waited inside. Like 3 minutes later, I hear sirens. The cops are here. And they're across the street talking to the ex, looking at his camera, tossing his car, putting cuffs on him. They take a statement from me. I tell them that he was my ex from high school, and it freaked me out. Him taking pictures of me and my child walking into my son's school. They tell me that there was enough on the digital camera and in the car to arrest him. I did not ask because I did not want to know. That enough in the car?
Excuse me?
Turns out he'd been following me and other ex-girlfriends and taking pictures of us with boyfriends, husbands, kids, etc. since 1992. Oh my god, this was from 12 years ago, by the way. And then they graduated high school, and he's been stalking them since 1992. There's a bunch of other weird, like, journals that describe stuff he'd done to people, photos of what he'd done, plans of what he wanted to do, and found
Okay. Jail.
They found at his place, and he ended up going to jail. Over the years, weird stuff would happen, but I never thought it was him. Random customer complaints about me at a couple different jobs, lots of rumors started about me, complaints about me to landlords, calling my job and telling them that I missed my probation appointment, never been on probation. Sends random in the mail for stuff I didn't sign up for. Someone picked up my prescription when I went to get it, and the clerk said that my husband had picked it up. I wasn't married at the time. My front door in my car was vandalized. Stuff going missing from my yard, car, garage, or workplace. It was him. It was all him with me. That is the next level of like psycho stalker crazy ass.
Yeah, what the f?
But to have multiple exes, obviously. They're all your exes for a reason, honey. That's crazy. I don't like. I can't even begin to like. I don't even know where to like think of like what was in his car. For there to be pictures on his camera and other stuff in his car.
He probably had. Well, they said the notebooks.
Well, they found those in his house. They said. So maybe I don't know if they had like notebooks or like if you had like timestamps or like. That's like I watched this one. I don't remember who posted on YouTube, but it was a guy who somebody, but he had like a collection of women's underwear, dirty underwear in his van, but they were women that he either slept with and he kept them, and he kept a collection of them in his van. I'm like, that's like how I can't wrap my mind around like that. Like what
possesses people to do that?
Totally wrong up there.
People that have that much like damning evidence against them and all the that they be doing, I feel like there should be like a thing of like, okay, yeah, well, you should be put away at the very least in a mental hospital because none of this is like normal. None of this is okay. Like you should not be doing this. And like if there's a literal like track record, there's history, there's like more than one incident, now you're connecting all these dots and it's the same person, put them away. Even if it's not prison, put them away because they are a danger to society no matter how you cut it, because if he's doing this to all these other people, he's going to do it to other people. Like at like newer exes and like it's not just limited to the old exes.
But for the fact that it was also 20 years after fucking high school, what? Obviously he was bored and couldn't get a girlfriend.
I don't even.
Or I see it as like one of those like he's gonna become a schmurder type. Because what? Like what?
Oh, I feel like if he had the chance, he probably would do some like that. Because what do you mean, sir?
To be able to stalk that many people down to the point to where they figured out that they had kids and where their kids went to school at and like what?
He's been tailing these people for years.
Since 1992. So 1992, this came out 12 years ago. So literally what? Fresh out of when they got out of high school? Essentially? Yuck. That's... Mm-mm. I have one more, and it is a little long, but it was a little crazy. And it's the last one to end on, which I think we're probably making pretty decent time at this point.
We're making very good time, which is good. Maybe it won't be a super long video. It'll be a nice change for it. My impulsive thoughts are winning, and I'm going to mix these all together. They were also from the Dollar Tree, so I'm not like that concerned about it.
This one is from a deleted user 13 years ago. What are your crazy ex-girlfriend /boyfriend stories? When I was 18, I applied for a job. The girl I handed my application to handed it straight to her manager, and I was called in for an interview. This was the beginning of her manipulations and got me hired. Oh well. Apparently, I got hired because she said I was hot and wanted me hired. After getting hired, she was constantly flirting with me. She was 23 at the time, so me being 18 and fresh out of high school was...
Ew. Yes. No.
Fast forward, and we were dating. Spending her birthday together, Valentine's, all the known dating holidays together, right? She already had a boyfriend of 4 years. How the was she able to hide our 6-month relationship from him? I had no clue. No one at work told me either, and they all knew. Long story short, I decided to break up with her as she was the most raging, jealous, manipulating person I have ever met. She hated that I had female friends, hated some of my friends. Actually, she hated all of them. Hated that I had female roommates as well. I mean,
I don't blame her.
I don't blame her on that point, because if you had a boy, like, that is kind of strange. If you had a girlfriend and you also had a female roommate, that's a roommate. That's like...
I think she just knew what the she was doing, so she was not wanting him to do the same shit.
Did the whole, how are you? You look great. And then she goes and talks afterwards.
Ew.
After I broke it off, she went nuts. She came to work screaming at me, telling me that she was going to herself. I told her, go ahead. I'm a believer of if you say you are going to do something, then do it. No bullshit. Later on that night, I was getting ready to go out, get off work. Her best friend called me crying that Psycho locked herself in her room and had a knife that she was going to herself. She begged me to go over there and talk to her out of this, as if I was the only one that she would talk to. Being the cool guy that I am, she picked me up and we went over there. She opened her door and I see that she does have a knife and that she had... She only slightly herself, just enough to bleed, and then pointed the knife at me. I punched the knife out of her hand and picked her up, she's a size 0, and slammed her on her bed and slapped her. I literally was slapping some sense into her. Then the look on her face was like in the movies, realizing you're being dumb and deserve the slap. I yelled at her, told her how selfish she was to make her friends thinking that she was going to herself. She was bawling and crying like a baby, that I was the only one she really loved, and that I was the only one that had ever said that she was beautiful, and that she did not want to marry her other boyfriend, that she didn't even love him, etc. I told them that I would stay here with her until tomorrow, and that it was done. They left and took all of the sharp knives and forks with them as they left. I was dead tired as
Not
I
the
worked
forks.
and now I had to deal with this. She fell asleep finally, and I undid one of her shoelaces and tied her to myself. Then I passed out. I was woken up by being nearly pulled off the bed as she tried to get up. I told her get back in bed and go to sleep. She did, but my tiredness overwhelmed me and I passed out. I woke up to find only her pants there, still tied to me. I go to the kitchen and I find her sitting on the kitchen floor drinking a beer with a butter knife, and she was again. I was like, what the f*** are you doing? She was that stupid and selfish. Then out of nowhere, there was a knock at the door. She told me to go hide, as it was her boyfriend and she was ignoring his calls, said now he was there looking for her. I said, no, let me meet said boyfriend, and let's tell him what you've been doing and how that you've been playing, both of us. This is... I went up and opened the door with her, trying to stop me. As soon as he said, who are you? She ran at him, started crying, saying he didn't know. Just crying, letting him know that she basically cheated on him again, and that I broke up with her, and that I was there to help her. Her friends came over again, and here she was screaming and crying. We told her that she needed to go to the hospital to get help. She agreed as long as I was in the car with her. Now get this, she's in the backseat of her car, literally yelling that she loves me and that she doesn't love him, and her boyfriend was right there by me hearing all of this. I think he didn't punch me for 2 reasons. 1, he was just sideways by all of this, and 2, I think he was cool enough to realize that we were both played by her. We went to the first hospital and they denied us as they were not that type of hospital. They told us where to go and we went. When we got there, we were told that they could not take her unless it was voluntary. She said as long as I went with her, she would go in. And I agreed. As they wheeled her in with her holding my hand, I stopped at the flapping doors and let go of her and waved by. However, she went nuts again. They decided that she needed to go to the crazy house and that they needed to take her, but she would not go unless if I went in the ambulance with her. The nurses begged me to go along. Now imagine being her other boyfriend, him hearing that the girlfriend that he's loved and had been with her for so long, yelling that she will not go unless if I was with her. Dude must have been crushed. So I agreed again. Got in the ambulance with her, and we went. I am looking out the back of the ambulance window, and he is following closely behind, staring at me. I am staring back at him. If looks could kill, I believe he was now really at me. We get there, and one of the nurses asked me if I wanted to go in with her. I said, no, let the boyfriend go in. She told me that she only wanted me. I told her I was done. As I was leaving, I walked near her boyfriend. We passed and didn't say anything. Then he turns around and said, how the did you not know about me? Her whole work knows who I am, and we hang out. I said, dude, no one said a damn thing, and obviously no one cares about you and I as much as we think. He looked lost. I mean, his world looked shattered. Then someone's family started showing up, and they headed inside the looting house. I got on the transit bus and headed home, not realizing that I had stains on my white work shirt and had some strange looks on the bus. When I got home, I fell asleep, and I woke up in a panic attack. I could not breathe. One of my female roommates heard me and came over. She had me sleep in her room on her absent roommate's bed to keep a watch. What an awesome human being she was. As I thought this was all over, a few days go by. I wake up one morning to find my ex sitting on the floor next to my bed looking at me. What the Literally jumped back, fearing for my life. She said, I bet our baby would have long eyelashes like yours. What is wrong with this? I've just been trying to chuck through this story to get through, and it's... Oh my god. I accidentally knocked her up earlier on, and we did away with it as it was her idea, and I now know it was because she could not be pregnant with a different person's baby. So she the baby like it was normal to her. Now I think that she has done a few before since she was a major I find out. Put her back in the bin right now. Goodbye. I grabbed her and threw her out, found out that she was let in by another roommate who didn't know that he had broken up. She had contacted me back then through my pager, back then when MySpace was cool, and when Facebook was kicking off. Knowing her, she is not over me. I was the one for her. Well, that was my first relationship. When we say, do not put your dick in crazy, she defines that saying. First comment, Mother of God. That's... I don't understand.
There's a reason that some people get institutionalized.
Yeah. Like, it's just...
Homegirl needs to go to a psychiatrist, see what meds she needs to regulate her
Why didn't she just break up with her boyfriend?
You know, there's some things that we're not going to understand about her.
The whole building knew about her having a boyfriend. This was giving me, like, those crazy cringe TikTok story movie things. Like,
oh, yeah, ew.
And I woke up and she was sitting on my floor. I bet her baby would have your eyelashes. I would have knocked her the out. Goodbye. I would have slapped myself trying to wake myself up thinking that was a dream. What do you mean? You would think that if, let her in. You would like be like, hey, your girlfriend's here, not just let her rocking back and forth beside your bed while you're asleep. How the did she get out of the Luna bed to begin with?
Well, if she went in voluntarily, she can sign herself out voluntarily.
That's. Poor guys. For every boyfriend that she ever probably had and will have in her whole entire life, because. Good lord. I know I said it would end on that one, but there's one comment underneath this. I think it'll lighten that little craziness up a little bit. It's from My Own Myth from 13 years ago. My ex-girlfriend tried to hit me with her car. Chased me down an alley in which a fence too high to jump was on one side and the condos on the other. Proceeded to call me the next day at work to tell me that I looked like a sexy cheetah running away from her car. You look like a sexy cheetah running away from my car. What? What do you mean? You just try to run him over. What?
It's like, come here!
Kitty.
Mentally unwell, thank you.
Those are definitely some crazy ex-girlfriend/boyfriend stories. That's
crazy work.
Golly. That was... I don't think I have any, like, super crazy ex stories besides, like...
I do, I just can't talk about it.
Yeah. Obviously in high school, there's high school drama and I was always like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, this is what this person is, go for it. This is what I heard about this person, go for it. And who was always right? And who did he always come back to? It was kind of funny.
He was a little...
Anytime that I...
salacious.
Got a new boyfriend, though, it was funny because then he would come back and be like, I'm glad that you're happy. This and that, because he had already been through the relationship he tried having with somebody else. And I'm like, I'm sorry that I waited longer than 2 weeks to get into a relationship with somebody, but here we are, 12 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will...
We were all kids. I feel like back then it was such a different thing. Like,
oh my gosh.
That's why I pick it up like this. But when we were a kid, like, that's why, like, okay, granted, I never did that shit, but, like, whenever, like, he, like, stood me up when we were, like, in middle school and stuff, and I was, like, heartbroken over that. And, like, and then he kind of did it again in 9th grade, and I was like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to be a thing. Well, not 9th grade, but it was, like, going into 9th grade. And he wonders why I didn't want to, like, continue that. I'm like... But, like, I don't know, like, we were kids. Like, he was just young and dumb. Like, I can't hold him accountable because he doesn't do that now. So, I mean.
It's not a story. This isn't a story on, like, my mom. I guess it's kind of on my end because it was when Alex and I were dating, there was a girl who would comment on other girls' posts. And she would constantly, every post that I would post of myself, she'd comment, like, you're so pretty, this and that. She was commenting for, like, months on end, and then you know what happens right when Alex and I break up? Started dating Alex.
She was keeping her tabs on you.
Yeah, this was, like, also, what, 3 years into dating? 3 years into dating when we broke up in high school for a total of, like, 2 months. And then, yeah. And then guess who came back? Because she was the one who cheated! Because she went to, like, she went to the movies with another guy. It was a cowboy. She went to the movies with a cowboy or something. And I'm like, okay! Goodbye.
Pop off, queen.
And then Alex came back to me and apologized and wanted me back. And I'm like...
You shouldn't tell the viewers this because they're going to tell you that you shouldn't have got back together with him.
It's fine. I was never the one who broke up with him. He always broke up with me. I may have been a little mentally unstable, but not as mentally unstable as 90% of the exes that he had, because some of them were interesting, to say the least. Anyways, let us know if you have any crazy ex stories.
Any crazy exes.
I have a couple friends that have some crazy exes. So let us know in the comments. Or were you the crazy ex?
Were you the one? What?
I mean, I can't deny like that there were times where I had like mental breakdowns, but I feel like 90% of my mental breakdowns were justified because look who ended up back with me.
I would also have a mental breakdown if I was dating someone like him.
I mean, yeah,
He's better now.
I wasn't the whore. So
Yeah, he went through a little bit of a phase. He did. He was dipping his toes into a lot of different waters.
yeah, unfortunately.
So fun.
That water didn't become cross contaminated because let
Ew.
me tell ya. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let us know in the comments your crazy ex stories if you have any. Because that's all we have for today.
Yes.
That's all. So we will catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.